Hey everybody, Toby Milroy here again, CEO for MasteringYourSmallBusiness.com, and thanks so much for watching this quick video. I apologize for the strange light conditions. I'm on my way to visit a client right now in the morning, and I've got a little bit of the morning sun I'm contending with, so hopefully you can see me okay. If not, at least hear me okay. Two quick updates I wanted to bring to everybody, all of our clients and everybody who's sort of following us on social media and who's really invested in and interested in growing their business to the next level and really leveling up, especially if you're in a local market right now, a local business right now. This is going to be especially useful for you. If you're in a national business or international business, this is still going to be very useful. But and you'll find ways to implement this in a powerful mechanism, in a powerful way in your business as well. But this has really been super effective for our local business clients, and I wanted to share that with you. There are two fundamental, I don't want to say new strategies, but strategies that we've been focusing a lot of time optimizing over the last 6 or 8 months. And the results are really, really, really good, and I believe the results are going to get even better over time. Two fundamental strategies on social media, but let's talk a little bit about social media first. I really want you to understand, anybody who's following my stuff, anybody who's a member or who has been a member for any period of time, understand, and I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times, but there is nothing new in marketing. Right? There's nothing new in growing a business, really. And at the same time, everything is different, right? What I mean by nothing is new is that the fundamental psychological reasons that people buy have not changed ever in history and never will change ever in history, right? People buy for very specific, mostly psychological reasons. And that doesn't change much. What changes are the tactics, right? What changes are how we implement the strategies to communicate and to influence, right? The fundamental underpinnings of that influence have never changed. So the same is true, by the way, on the internet. And I know for lots of my clients, for lots of people that I work with one-on-one on the telephone and one-on-one coaching and one-on-one consulting days, a lot of clients get sort of scared about internet marketing because it's so technical. And I understand your fear, and I understand also that some of this stuff online you shouldn't personally be doing yourself at all anyway. You should hire professionals to do. But you really need to be the strategic engine of your business. You need to be the person who's the strategic visionary, and you need to understand how it works. You don't necessarily need to know all the details, right? You need to understand what the objective is and how to craft the approach that best resonates with the fundamental nature of how you sell your product. Now, having said that, let me loop all this through, or loop around all this. Online, website, social media, nothing is new, nothing has changed, right? What I mean by that is Google, as sophisticated as it is and as amazing of a company as it is, Google is nothing new. Google is just the new version of the Yellow Pages, right? It's sort of like the Yellow Pages combined with Encyclopedia Britannica, right? It's nothing different. It's a place where we go to find information, to find places to find information, and to go shop, right? To go look for the things that I want to buy and make a informed buying decision, right? Facebook is also nothing new, right? Facebook is just the latest implementation or the latest, enhancement on basically the local corner pub, right? Facebook is basically the same as Cheers, when you walk in and everybody knows your name, right? When you walk into the place and everybody waves hello to you and you sit down at your favorite table or your favorite bar stool and you show everybody around you, all your friends, the pictures of your kids and your grandkids and all that kind of stuff, right? That's the same thing that people do on Facebook. It's the same psychological need that we're fulfilling. It's a need for connection. It's a need for community. It's a need to show off and feel like we're a big shot, right? Feel like we're important in the world because people give us that positive reinforcement that we need, right? So, I don't mean to sound jaded, and I'm certainly not, but just understand that Facebook isn't anything new. It's just a new tactic, a new strategy on fulfilling those psychological, social needs that we all have. And it's one of the reasons it's so popular. It fulfills some of those deep-seated psychological needs that every human has. So, having said that, think about the nature of Cheers. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about the two, new, I don't want to say new, but two enhancements on the strategies that we've been using on Facebook to drive lots of traffic into our businesses. Strategy number one requires you to understand, again, that Facebook isn't new, and that if you went into Facebook, or if you went into like Cheers, if you went into the corner pub, and instead of sitting down and interacting with the guests and showing them pictures of your kids and showing them what you did on vacation last summer, whatever the case is. Instead of that, if every time you walked into Cheers, you said, hey, listen, I'm selling this Amway product. Do you want to buy it? Right? Or I'm selling, this latest multi-level marketing gizmo. Do you want to buy that? I'm selling vacation packages. Do you want to buy that? Those types of things, right? What kind of a reaction would you get, right? You might make a sale, but mostly what you're going to get is people irritated, right? So that's sort of the nature of social media, the nature of Facebook. And so what we've, discovered over the years, and, we should have known better, but what we've discovered over the years is there are kind of a couple different strategies. Strategy one is, go buy clicks on Facebook to drive directly to a sales page, right? And that works okay. But what we're finding working even better is what Frank Kern would call, but what I have stolen from Frank, called the triangle of trust, right? And the triangle of trust basically is a better way to build a more solid relationship with the prospect, with the person who you're interacting with on Facebook, and build a more tight relationship with them so that making the sale becomes an easier chore, right? So that they're now listening to what you have to say because of your expertise, not just making a snap buying decision, yes or no, right? So this is a lot like just list building on email, right? This is very much the same thing. So instead of sort of dead-ending our click traffic over to just a dead-end squeeze page or a dead-end sales page, two of the strategies that we're using more effectively is driving them to basically a blog post, right? Driving them to something that has something of value to them. It might be a blog post. It might be a registration page for a free webinar or teleseminar, something like that. It might be a registration page for a free video series or mini course, or certainly a free report. We've used that for years and years and years and years. Still works well. Or it's just a blog post where we deliver great content, right? And it's great, cool content that they like to interact with and they're going to find value in. And it changes the fundamental psychological condition of the prospect. Instead of them now feeling like they're getting a sales pitch, they feel like they're learning from a trusted advisor, right? So their sales resistance goes down, their psychological connection to you goes up, right? So I just want you to consider that. It's a very important strategy that I think everybody should be looking at right now, regardless of whether you're in a local or a national business. This is a fundamental strategy that you really want to be looking at. For our local clients, this is working great, right? Facebook is manna from heaven for local marketers who are trying to build their reputation and build their level of perceived expertise in their niche, in their industry, and in their community. So I highly recommend that you look at that, and I'll have some details down below this video. Number two is retargeting, right? So once they come to your website, we're cooking their browser, and when they go back to Facebook at some point in the future, or when they go back over to any website that supports AdSense, Google AdSense, they're now seeing your ads. They're now seeing our ads again. So we're now retargeting them with ads that say, hey, listen, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for visiting our blog. By the way, here's another free bonus that I didn't tell you about, or something like that, right? So we're trying to get them back to our sales pages, back into our funnel, back to our content, by targeting them specifically on Facebook using remarketing, or specifically on Google using retargeting there as well, right? So I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions about that, leave a comment in the comment box below. I'd love to help you out with all that. I've got a whole crew of people who can help you accomplish those types of things, but this is definitely something that you want to be looking at in your business, and I really think it's something that you're going to find great results with, and even better results over time. So thanks so much. Look forward to speaking to you soon, and go ahead and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Speak to you soon.